Hello, welcome back to my channel. I have no structure to this video. I just want to get right into it. Plastic surgery has become so common nowadays. It's as if it's become normal to us. And I remember living in a time where for me and my demographic, plastic surgery was not normal. It was something that we looked, to people who made a lot more money or celebrities. But now I'm noticing in my everyday life, it's so common to see people get plastic surgery or people talk about plastic surgery openly. I want to share my views with you guys because I know it's a lot of people out there that feel like me. It's a lot of women that feel like me, and they feel like they don't have anyone who shares their beliefs. As a Black woman, I think it's concerning that today Black women generally, and I'm generalizing here, but a lot of us have drunk the Kool-Aid, and we think that, since everyone else does it, we should do it too. So the Hood Healer was talking about body dysmorphia, but also I was watching I Am Athlete, the YouTube version of their podcast, and they have now a I Am Woman segment where the athlete wives talk about different issues. And Chad Johnson's girlfriend or fiance, she brought up the fact that she's had work done. And then the other women chimed in and talked about how they have had work done and how people shouldn't shame women for getting work done. And I enjoy that show. But when that part came up, I try to challenge myself to listen to people who have opposing viewpoints than I do. I try to listen to people because I try not to be closed-minded. I try not to be too rigid. But the women were bringing up the fact that they had children and their children messed up their bodies. So they had to get surgery because no matter what they did, they couldn't get the stubborn fat off. And I do not have any experience with this. I've never had a child. I've never birthed a baby. But I have had insecurities with my body, and I have the money to get plastic surgery, or cool sculpting or all these procedures. I have the money to do it, but I choose not to because I choose not to give in to society. And not necessarily society, is really giving in to the medical industry and to these doctors who, a lot of them, they just freely give out. Honestly, I feel like people need to get a therapist. Before you even get plastic surgery, you need to consult with a therapist and really get down to the nitty-gritty or why you dislike your body. Because a lot of times, women dislike their bodies because they're comparing themselves to unrealistic expectations. They're comparing themselves maybe to their friends who have different genetics than them, to celebrities, to influencers. And a lot of these women have not even taken the time to work on themselves physically, mentally. I have always had a chubby stomach, always. And I'm tall, I'm 5'8". I've always had issues with my midsection and keeping it slim. But I've never really put in that work, like for real, to get my stomach flat. But I guarantee you, if I did, my stomach would be flat. I probably would have abs right now. But if you've never put in the work, why take the route of surgery? Because you never know what you are capable of unless you try. And so it's a lot of women, honestly, they're lazy. They're lazy, or they have nitpicked themselves so much to the point where they've convinced themselves that they want this plastic surgery. And other people don't even care. Like, they'll mention it to people, and the other person's like, "You're crazy. What is wrong with you? You look great. You look fine. You don't need any surgery." But it's like the individual has talked themselves into this so much, has looked in the mirror so much and despised what they have seen and haven't put in any work to physically change, like, lose the stomach weight. You know, they decide I want lipo instead of going to the gym, or instead of eat intermittent fasting, or instead of creating a certain meal plan diet for weight loss, or getting a personal chef. Like, you know, it's so many different ways the money can be invested into getting the body right. But women have been convinced by these doctors and just by society saying this is normal, this is okay, or this happens in other countries, and South American countries, the women in Colombia, the women in Brazil, the women in Mexico, or whatever. Women are in those places. This is commonplace to get surgery because the government wants their women to look good. So they allow. I watched a documentary about women in Brazil who get plastic surgery, and all they have to do is convince someone in some higher up office that they're having mental health issues because their body doesn't look good, and then they'll pay for them to get plastic surgery. So it's honestly, to me, it's at the end of the day, it comes down to making money off of insecure people, because men get plastic surgery too. So these doctors, they are, you know, people hold doctors to such high regard, but a doctor is a doctor, and they want to make their money. And so, yeah, why not convince an entire gender to basically dislike themselves, and then provide them with a service to change themselves, to make themselves happy, which at the end of the day, it won't make you happy. It will not. You're going to constantly find something wrong with yourself. And this is the most important thing I wanted to say. I have been around women who will sit around and dissect themselves and talk poorly and negatively about themselves. I have been in a room of women last year, I think it was, or the year before. Anywho, I've been around women, and they will sit and discuss how they want to get lipo, and they want a BBL, and they want implants. And some of these women have had children, some haven't. And I'm always there like, I never contribute, because I don't want to get lipo. I don't want to get a BBL. I don't need breast implants. And I don't have a large chest. I don't have big boobs. I don't have a big butt. I don't have wide hips. But I made it a point, just the way my brain functions, person who I used to want implants when I was a teenager. But then I grew up, and I learned why do I need big breasts? That's really, like, I didn't even never sit down and think about it. I had other stuff going in my life. I had other goals in my life. I don't have time to sit around and think about the size of my breast. And so to be around women who sit and talk about how they want to get work done is the most disturbing thing to me. And I don't say anything usually. I either keep quiet, or I keep my opinions to myself, or I'll say something like, no, you don't. Just go to the gym, or, you know, and they'll look at you like, or they don't like that. They want you to agree with them. They want you to also talk crap about yourself and talk about how you want to change your body. No, I love my body. I love myself. And no one in my family explicitly taught me to love myself or taught me to love my body. But I had to like, I don't know, do the work on my own and realize that I shouldn't be giving in to every single desire that my mind creates. I wanted lipo. I wanted implants when I was 15, 16 years old. But then I grew up, and I realized I'm not wasting my money on anything that's not permanent and that is not supposed to be permanent. Breast implants are not permanent. You have to get them changed every, I believe, 7 to 10 years. They are expensive, and the more expensive, the better. Like, you should be going to a plastic surgeon that's going to charge you at least $15,000 or $20,000. I don't know how much they go for. But you should be wanting to go to the top plastic surgeon to get your surgery. And you shouldn't want to be skipping. I'm a woman. I might be in the minority here, but I don't encourage plastic surgery. I don't think it's healthy. I think we've gotten to a point where we think anything goes and anything should go, and it shouldn't. And it needs to be people speaking up and saying, no, this makes no sense. This is silly. First of all, we're not celebrities. We don't need to do what they do. They do what they do because they are in the spotlight and they are critiqued so heavily, and they sit and critique themselves. So they go get nose jobs and go get implants to look perfect to the public. But it's everyday people. Everyday people I've seen with plastic surgery, most of them look silly. Most of them look silly. I've seen women with BBLs, and it's like, what are you doing it for? To take photos and post them on Instagram? As a black woman, the stuff that I'm seeing is pathetic. It's pathetic. Women with big lips talking about, I want lip injections. Your lips are already big and you want to get them injected even more. Women with nice shapes getting implants. You already have breasts. Or women, even I know a girl that got her butt and her boobs done, and I definitely remember her being shaped in high school with breasts and boobs, but she got them done to be perfect, for them to sit perfectly and for everything to be perfect. And that's what women want, perfection. Perfection does not exist. Perfection does not exist. You out here searching for something that don't exist, and you gonna go get your body done looking for something that doesn't exist. And when you get it, you still gonna be dissatisfied. You still gonna be dissatisfied. That's what I noticed. A lot of women get their body done. They get one thing done and they get another thing done. Then they get another thing done. Then they go get that other thing tweaked. They get this fixed because it was a mishap with that surgery. Then you end up looking like Little Kim. And you still aren't satisfied. Don't even open up Pandora's box. I'm here to tell you guys, don't open up Pandora's box. Do not get plastic surgery. A lot of these doctors are not even board certified. So check, if you do get something, make sure the doctor is board certified. Last thing, I'm not against plastic surgery. It's supposed to exist. It has existed for many, many years. People get plastic surgery for deformities, accidents. They get plastic surgery to correct problems. Or some women get plastic surgery because they suffer from breast cancer and they had a mastectomy and now they want to still feel feminine, so they get implants. Nothing wrong with that. You can't put your faith in man. I don't believe in putting your faith in man. Putting your faith in man, I mean not men in general, but I mean man, human beings, altering your bodies. You get one life. You got people going under the knife for vanity purposes, putting their lives at risk for vanity, so that they can take pictures and post them on an app. I try not to be condescending. I try not to be rude here. But I think it's disgusting and it's disturbing how plastic surgery has become so normalized in our society. It's nothing wrong with enhancing yourself. It's nothing wrong with altering yourself. I'm not saying it's anything wrong with it. What I'm saying is what you're searching for, you will never get, ever. You may love your results, but at some point, something else is going to droop. At some point, that stomach, especially if you get lipo and you get pregnant, you're going to get fat again. And so you're going to keep going under the knife. So you're going to keep going under the knife every time? For what? Life is too short for people to be sitting around caring about these silly, frivolous things. And I'm just here to give you guys a perspective of a woman who's just really not here for it. And it needs to be more people saying that and encouraging people to do that, to accept what you have and to work on yourself and put effort and energy, not some quick fix, not some fat diet, not some get quick. You didn't get fat quick. Usually it took years to get fat. So guess what? It's going to take years to take it off. And it comes with educating yourself and knowledge and understanding and wisdom and knowing how to eat for your body, and knowing how to manage yourself, manage your stress, and being disciplined. Like, why is that not something that's being preached and taught to young women? That's, for one, be patient with yourself, because what you'll realize is once you give yourself time, you learn to love your body, or you learn to accept it. Give yourself time and patience. 2, discipline yourself to not give into every urge and every whim that you think of. You want that piece of cake, you want that pie, you want that whole cheesecake, you want to eat and not exercise, or you want to just eat fast food every day and not portion control. Well, you're going to gain weight and you're going to be unhappy with your looks if you don't discipline yourself. And also challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. There's so many ways to lose weight. You can walk 2 miles every day. You can do yoga. You can do Pilates. Like, these are exercises that women especially will enjoy and love, because they aren't so high intense. You don't have to go and sweat and do so much extra. You know, people get so tired when they work out that way. It's exhausting when you work out, when you just like trying to lose weight so fast and you're trying to burn so many calories a day. I don't do that. I don't do that. I walk, I do yoga, I do Pilates, I do strength training. But you don't have to do all that extra stuff that the women on Instagram are saying you need to do to have a nice body. So challenge yourself, discipline yourself, and have patience with yourself as you grow older, and you will soon learn to accept yourself and stop comparing yourself to people you don't know what's happening internally with them. They could literally hate themselves, yet they're sitting here putting on a great show for you, and you think that they're happy, or you think that they're satisfied or content, and they're not. Stop peering into other people's lives and stop thinking that they have it better than you, because most likely they don't, or they have something that you have something that they probably wish they did. So that's my advice, just to give you guys some advice. Have patience with yourself. Discipline yourself to keep that weight under control or to lose weight. Challenge yourself to do exercises that fit in your lifestyle, that are manageable. Walking, you can lose so much weight with simply walking every day or 3 times a week. And then also stop comparing yourself to other people, to other women who you think have it better than you, because they may not, and you never know if they do or don't. And the key in life is to, and what I'm learning is to know yourself, understand yourself, and accept yourself. So thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think below about plastic surgery. It's commonplace in our society. It will never go away. I don't think it should stop. I just think people need to seek therapy first, and then if you just like really just have to have that flat stomach, then go get your lipo. But also maybe try to eat better and exercise. All right, guys, thanks for watching.